Ooh, drawing with JoJo. Ooh. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna draw the alien from Toy Story. Yeah, all right. Thank you, Carolina, for the idea. I hope I make you proud. So today it's gonna be easy to follow along with me. It's gonna be a simple character. I encourage you kids to get a piece of paper and a pencil and draw alongside me, and maybe you can learn something. And when you're done, send me the photo and I could the drawing, and I could put it up here on my YouTube. All right, guys, and I'll give you the credit and everything. So first step number one is get reference or the photo that you're gonna copy. Okay, so if you Google Toy Story alien, you're gonna see exactly the same thing that I found. It's one of the first ones that pop up. Okay. Now, step two, we're going to put a line on the floor. Sometimes it's an X, but this is going to make our ground. Step three, we put a gesture line. I didn't do that. I'm sorry. That's the next one. But then step four, we're going to draw a box. That box is going to be where our character is going to be contained, okay? We do this because otherwise the hand could end up at the edge of the page, a foot could end up all the way at the bottom. So if you put a little reticle, sort of like, you know, the fighter jets, they have little reticles that lock on another ship, and it helps them lock and fire a missile. But this one keeps our character within the range that we want them, or the zone we want them. Okay, so next from there we're gonna do step five. Step five, we're gonna do a blocking phase or chunking phase. We get the major chunks. We're not we try to get the shape, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just doing construction lines. These are called construction lines, okay? So we're getting the mass. It's like getting balls of clay, and just you're trying to get the right amount of mass in the area, okay? Excuse me. So now, right here, now I put the gesture line on. But that's the gesture line. It's going to be straight on. So it's just putting a line down the middle to know the center of my character. Okay, so we're just keep chunking in the legs. You see the feet? I'm chunking them in. Just try to get the right amount of mass in there. Don't worry too much about the shape right now. It's sort of like building a house. You know, when you see somebody building a house, you know, when you're driving down the freeway with your parents or, you know, anything, you see a framework first. People start putting up like wood frames, and then you start seeing them put like holes through them and putting the wire through it. Then after that, they go to start doing the drywall, and then the paint and all that. Okay, so it's the same thing. We do this because otherwise, have you guys ever seen like those ice cream trucks where they have like a jacked up Mickey Mouse and his like eyes too big and his hands too big? Well, this prevents that from happening. You know, with practice, it's gonna help you keep the proportions of your character together. You don't want a jacked up alien. You don't want a jacked up Mario Brothers. You want them to look perfect, right? That always would annoy me when I see a painting on a building. It's like Mickey Mouse or Sonic the Hedgehog, and he looks all weird and ghetto. So we're trying our best to not let that happen, okay? By doing these structural drawings. Right there, another mass, more mass. Now right here, I'm going to start talking about anchor points. Right there, that's an anchor point to another anchor point. This helps you keep your character within the proportions that we were talking about. If you measure from one point to another, you set an anchor point and try to connect things to it, and then try to put it in your mind where that anchor point is on the picture. Right here, we're going to talk about line really fast. Okay, see that line right there? There's a W, and that line, we have to pay attention to it. So I'm going to create that line over here on my drawing. And when you create the line, that's the next step. Actually, I'm jumping it pretty quickly, but step 7, make the line shapes that you see, and also pay attention to the positive and negative shape. That there is the negative shape right there where I did the little cross hatching. The negative shape and the positive shape are basically this. They're next to the main line shape, okay? So when we put that W on the hashing, right there on the hashing shape, that's the negative, and anything inside the alien is the positive shape. So if you keep this in mind, your character's it's gonna look the way it needs to look. By paying attention to how the shapes are on the inside and outside, you're gonna get what you want. Now again, back to the anchor point. So I'm gonna put an anchor point right there, and then I'm gonna put an anchor point down there by where the ear meets the head, and now I'm gonna connect the dots with a giant swoosh, you know. So, and I'm paying attention to the negative blue. You see the blue shape? So that way I could get the right shape that I want. So by doing all this, it's gonna help us make a character that's the likeness is very close to what we see on that picture. Okay. So just keep remembering the line weight, the lines, the negative, the positive, and the anchors. Okay. Next step is Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about Toy Story 4, the movie. Are you guys excited? Yeah, I'm excited, man. That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. That I love the idea that those story designers made, where the kid put the little girl put googly eyes on a spork and it came to life and he's freaking out. That's pretty cool. I love that idea. And then they see Bo Peep. I love Bo Peep. I'm glad she's back. I can't wait to see what happens on that adventure they go through. I still can't believe they made Toy Story 4. I thought they were done. I guess they're gonna keep going with it, huh? Okay, right here you see that line? I'm measuring it with the hand, and I noticed that the top of the ear is a little bit too far out, so I just fix it right there. Okay. I want to give a shout out. Right now there's a chance for me to fix a shout out that messed up in the last video. So this shout out's for Ethan, Jeremy's friend. I got you. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys keep watching and interacting and sending me comments and just being positive. I appreciate it. Any advice you might want to give is awesome. Robert Chavez, I got you, bro. I got that comment. I'm gonna draw that Naruto character. He wanted me to draw Kakashi. I think that's who it was, Kakashi. Let me look it up really fast. But thank you for commenting, and I'm definitely gonna do it. Just goes to show, guys, if you guys comment something I can draw, I'm definitely gonna pay attention to you, and I'm gonna do my best to fulfill that for you guys. All right? Yeah, Kakashi. Yeah, dude, it's coming up. Not this next video. I'm gonna draw the fort. I'm gonna use Photoshop to color the Fortnite versus Minecraft. So that's gonna be the next video. After that, I'll do Kakashi. Okay? Just I don't know how I'm gonna do him. I would like another character, but if it's just Kakashi by himself, it might be easier. So we'll see. Okay, so the same thing here, guys. So I'm still just copying at this point. Now I'm kind of just copying what I see, keeping in mind with the lines and how they connect to other lines, and looking at the negative and positive shapes. And that's another point right here. Don't be afraid to rotate your paper. By rotating your paper upside down, left and right, you're tricking your brain. Your brain sees this one image of this alien, right? And it just keeps it. But when you flip it upside down, you see a jumble of lines first, and then it starts bringing the alien back into your view. So by doing that, you kind of refresh your mind, and it helps you to see. Sometimes when we look at an image too long, we get like this daze, like you get kind of like hypnotized by it. Not hypnotized, what's to say? You get used to it, and it's hard to see new things because your brain's kind of just tired of looking at the same thing. So when you flip it around, it's a very good idea to do, you know? So always keep your mind fresh by rotating the image. Another reason I rotate my image is because your hand is able to do a better art at different angles. At least the majority of artists are like that. I mean, you can draw without it. You can draw any way you want, but it's a good practice to turn something and kind of, I like doing like large swoops. So when I turn it sideways, I can do a better swoop with my hand. That's just the way your wrist rotates. It's a lot easier. There you go. There goes the character. Ooh. And again, like I said, I did this pretty quick. Petting the roach. The roach is pretty cool. He has like wheels at the bottom. You can scare people with it. Right here is the basic shapes. Right? See that? Those are just basic shapes really quickly on how to draw them. It's just a giant squish circle at the top, a little rectangle like squishy ball, and then so these are the basic shapes. And just doing it really fast to show you how much quicker I can do it without paying attention to all that. But you can like keep going with it and just making it as simple as possible. Just always remember the basic shapes of any big character. Now I'm gonna use a pen to bring out the character even more. Right now I'm just gonna do the outline, and then the next step we're gonna talk about is gonna be line weights. So what step are we on now? What is that? I lost my paper. No. But line weights are basically, you see that line, that there's no weight to it. It's just one thin line. That pen was kind of weird too. It was kind of really thin. I love it, but it's super thin, so I wasn't getting the line weight I wanted right off the bat. So think of this as a level 1 line, right? So you just go over the whole thing with a level 1 line. Then we're gonna go in there with a level 2, and it gets darker. The next step after that, we're gonna start talking about line weights, and you see that it gets thick and it gets really light by applying this all over the character. See, that's number 1, and then this is a tapered line. So instead of just a normal line, it's tapered now. So I'm gonna show you another example right here. So a happy face, you see that? Simple 1 line. Now we're gonna add line weight to it. It's gonna be ugly, but at least you get the point. So I see I added thickness to that line. Coloring it in. This adds another dimension to your to your graphic characters. It makes it more graphic because in real life there's not really any lines like that. I mean there are, but it's a whole different process when you're shading and making something look real. But you see that it adds more character to it. It's a lot more interesting visually. So now I'm gonna put these line weights all over the character. So you're gonna see how much different it's gonna look now, right? It's gonna look a lot more graphic, but it's cool. It's a style I loved. I used to use it all the time. Here we go. I try to put the heavy lines at the bottom of every shape or anywhere like something tucks in, and then I just kind of start embellishing a little bit and putting thick lines at a different areas. Kind of. Here we go. Think of like a Nike swoosh. That's what I try to do. Whenever I see like a swoosh, I make it thicker and then thin at the other end, or where light can't get in there, I add a lot more ink in there. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Just keep adding that ink everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. You'll see it come to life. Starts looking like one of those coloring books, aliens. So, yeah, another thing. Let's see. Yeah, you guys, thanks again for following me and watching my videos. I got a Facebook page that if you guys want to follow along, just look up Drawing with JoJo. I'm gonna put I'll put little pictures of stuff I've done in the past. I'll give you guys some more info, maybe some links. Just follow me on there or Instagram. I don't go much on my Instagram, but I'm gonna make an effort to do that. But if you follow me on the Facebook page, I'm gonna put maybe like give you hints of what's coming up next, or before I release these videos, I might give a little picture, put a picture up there really quickly. My roach likes it. Look. Yeah. So I got mad. This got me mad. I totally forgot to make room for that, but I fixed it. So there you go. I put the antenna in the end. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you again. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. I really appreciate it. And we're gonna get some. I might even do some 3D characters. I was thinking about using my CG modeling skills to take one of these things into 3D. But it all depends on you guys. The more viewers I get, the more I spend time on this. Okay? So that's our little deal. All right. So thank you guys again. I appreciate everybody who watches these things. Comment. Let me know what you think. Send me those pictures. I would love to see them. Color them. Whatever you want to do. Even if they're not good, I don't care. All right, guys. Bye. God bless.